Today on Chasin Tail TV, we're going to do a little exploratory fishing. We're testing out some brand new Daiwa gear. Waiting for the tide to change, so we came into the back bay for a little. I'm here with Chris, the local rep, casting for some small stripers on these brand new Saltus back bay reels. These are the size 3000.
Back bay, might as well bring the back bay stuff out. And I got the rod, I got the medium rod, 7.6. So let's give it a shot here.
Yep, I'm going to cross you right now. There you go.
That's all right, that's all right.
So after the back bay, we're probably going to shoot over into the ocean, and there's been a good bass bite, and we'll try out some of their brand new bunker spoon rods, electric reels now Daiwa's making, and Chris brought a whole bunch of goodies for us to play with. So we'll see how it goes.
Maybe get some tog for dinner.
Move that, we can definitely do that too. We have the Proteus tog rods, and we'll see what happens. Dig a little blackfish, troll a little stripers, and of course a little back bay bass fishing.
Perfect. Perfect.
One on.
I'd like to introduce our paid striper.
Yeah.
He was hired to be out here. It's nice when the talent gets there on time. That's a decent fish, Joey.
Yeah, now these reels are great too. I mean, it's stopping power. This little reel has such stopping power. I have barely no
How
jigs.
small that reel is, you know? That's just amazing.
You really can
the
plan that one any better.
The 4000's coming out in a couple of months, and that's really going to be a showstopper for around here, I think.
Yeah.
That's going to be able to handle big fish.
Oh, but I don't know how he's hooked. He looks like he's hooked good. That's basically it. Typical back bay stripers.
All right, well, my bait failed. Joey too, Chris nothing.
Well, he swallowed this one. He wanted it. He was down the hatch. Look at that. When they want it, they want it.
Halloween fish. We forgot to mention it's Halloween.
It is Halloween, October 31st.
Go find Blitzoween.
Back bay.
And you guys know the story of Blitzoween, right?
Oh, we got it.
You know the story of
better
Blitzoween,
fish,
right?
better fish.
Nah, it's a lighter rod. We've had blitzing bass in New Jersey the last 3 Halloweens in a row. Really good fish. So I wanted to get out and.
Sorry to cut you off for a second. That rod, is that a 7-footer? What is the size?
It's 7.6.
It's a 7.6. Let's say it looks like a much longer
Yeah,
rod.
this is a very versatile rod. I've actually fished this. We were talking about the Delaware. I fished this for smallmouth. I definitely overmatched the smallmouth, but really light rod. The medium has a lot more, the medium heavy has a lot more backbone. This is just a great back bay rod, you know. Again, you were mentioning kids and such.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? This is a great rod to go out and mess around with bluefish. And remember a weak fish?
Oh yeah, we get them back here. We had some nice ones in the spring back here.
Well, how nice of a weak fish rod would this be? You want to grab it? You got it?
For you.
All right. Outstanding.
Wow, I tell you, I
Back
thought
bay,
that
baby.
fish was a lot bigger. Again, look what that lure is in that fish's mouth.
Yeah, that thing. There was no doubt about her when she hit.
They want it, you know. They're on their feed.
Without a doubt.
Jesus, all the way down.
You want a pair of pliers here?
I think I got it right now. There we go.
Outstanding.
Little storm shad that looks like, right?
You got that right.
Nice. There you go, bud. Now check this out. Like a little sea lice or something on there.
Absolutely, it's sea lice.
All right, buddy.
Macroinvertebrates, as my sister would say. Yeah, that's what I know. This is perfect back bay. Perfect conditions for for this time of year, depending on all the
definitely
freaking wind we've had this entire summer. But I got a back bay rod to match up with the back bay conditions. There we go.
Yeah, this little back bay, honestly, I mean, the power in this little reel, you're talking a 3000 series. Fill this with 20-pound braid. I mean, it's awesome. The power is awesome. The smoothness. It's a great little reel.
Awesome.
We've been using this back here. We've been catching blues up to 16 pounds. This feels like a little striper on here.
It's amazing. You can't judge that reel by its size.
No.
You look at it, it's so compact and
nice little striper.
Beautiful. That's what we're here for, man. That is what we're here for.
And that's basically the schools that you're going to get back here.
Well, that's good, though.
So I don't even know if we're going to be able to lift this and pop out. He looks like he's hooked good. Nice little typical back bay striper on a back bay reel.
Love it. Love it.
This little swim
Very
baits.
good.
That's all we're using. Little half-ounce lead head. Nice little chunker. Look at that. Look at the colors on that one. Beauty.
Sweet. Yep, that's the future.
That's it, baby.
That's what we need.
All right, go home and grow to be a 50.
Good. Just as glad to see them these days as I am the big fish, you know?
Yeah, no, it's great. You know, back here is so much fun because I do a lot of trips. You take children back here. you know, they feel comfortable because you can see the land. You're right there. You know, it's great to do trips back in, especially with these little light tackle outfits. You know, it's not always about getting the big fish. Just getting the action and having the fun.
That's where my passion started, like in the back sedges, where again these light type of actions, it just seemed like a lot of fun, you know. But
yeah,
with the reel like the Saltist, it's really strong, so you can lighten up on the rods a little bit, and still not really hurt the fish by overplaying it, because the reel's so strong. But
well, there's also that, what's the Northeast edition? 'Cause that's the ones that I just ordered. The any edition?
Those the Proteus.
The Proteus, yeah.
Which is this. The back bay is actually a back bay version of the Proteus Northeast.
Hit again.
Oh, I need to change color. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, on the
Someone gave me the wrong. Who gave me this color? Who was it that gave? Oh, he did. Interesting.
That's
That's it's sabotage.
So what happens with that? This is a bigger load. Yours is a smaller profile. Mine's a bigger one.
Right. Well, I got something for it.
Think I got a hit or what?
Yeah, I think so. I got something for it. Let me change it.
In my bag, right where you showed, there's a small silver one up there.
I'm going to go to my bag.
All right, Chris, so here's what we're going to do today. Being that like everybody, well, not everybody, it's happening. The wire's fading out, you know, and everybody's going to the braid. But now we got to compensate for that. So I weighed it out. Like the 300 feet, the 400 feet of wire, it's about a pound. You know, that's what the weight usually is. So what I came up with is that, you know, use the braid, and we make a 1 pound drill. I made these at the shop.
Okay.
Simple, 1 pound. They call us a cigar lead.
Yep.
You know, barrel swivel. I'm sorry, ball bearing swivel.
Great crimps.
Yeah, crimped it up, that's it.
There you go.
And now we have 15 feet a leader. Now, this does not change the action of the spoon. So it doesn't. People think it does. It absolutely does not change the action. Put it on the number 4 Mahjong spoons we have. We're going to go with the multi in the white. That's my comb I love to go to. And then down the center, again, on braid, we're going to put the Mahjong Mojo right down the center. This is the pearl white, and that's basically going to be our setup for today.
Perfect.
And of course, you brought your electric and stuff. We'll play with that for a little and see how that goes.
Absolutely, it's kind of a whole new scene in the trolling for wire, or in this case, lead core in this little 500. You know, a lot of people think about electric reels, they think tile fish, you know, but we spooled that up with some lead core. It's a little 500 size. It's definitely big enough that you can pull it out, and you could actually troll. And when, you know, the very important part is your depth.
Right.
You know, how deep you want stuff to run. And traditionally people will mark their wire and that sort of a thing. And the great thing about this is you can get a by the meter readout. So if you want to be 143 meters out, boom, you can set it for that.
Right,
you don't have to
meters.
rely on marking. So it's kind of a cool new thing. I'm anxious to see if we can't make it work today.
Definitely going to put it to the test right now. So one more thing I want to show you though, how this actually gets set up. Where does the cigar weight go in the line? So basically, this is my leader coming off my braid right here, okay? Take your swivel, you pop your weight right in there. Okay, make sure that's on. Now from there, you have your, you know, the swivel, and here's where your lead is gonna go.
Sure.
So that line is gonna be between the lead and your spoon, and that's where that's gonna be.
That's gonna work that way.
You know, one of the things you have to do now when using this, you need a second person. Someone's gonna have to hand line that fish in. When you get it. That's the only downfall of doing this.
Sure.
But again, you can make the leader shorter. I like it a little longer. I've seen people do it with 10-foot leaders. You don't need that, man. You have an 8-foot rod, you can just come up a little higher and then net your fish.
What pound test you talking?
This is 80.
And
This
that's
80
probably
pound
because do you do that anyway, or is that just because of the
I always use
hand
80.
lining aspect?
Well, you know, you could go heavy if you want to, go lighter. I always use 80. I like 80. It's a perfect line.
Sounds good.
But, all right, let's get these
we
rods
got
in
60
water.
on this one. So.
60's fine. No problem.
One
at all.
nice thing about this is when you are out, let's say you're by yourself, you're just fishing with 1 or 2 people, or maybe you're fishing with a person who's not, like you're guiding somebody who's, you know, not really familiar with this kind of stuff. The electric reel has an auto stop. So let's say not so much for the fish, but let's say you've got a couple rods out, you got the Mojo out, and you need to run, you need to make a move. You just flip the switch, you turn on the electric reel, and then you go about your business over here. And this turns off. You can preset it 7 meters, 10 meters.
Sure.
It'll stop automatically. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's a great feature too, because
Absolutely.
that can do all this thing. Even like, you know, you have a fish on, you want to get that line in. There's only 2 guys, you got 3 rods.
Yeah.
Boom, put that on, let that do the work. One guy grabs this, one guy grabs the fish, and it's done. You're basically fishing a 3-man system with 2 guys.
It's definitely an intriguing concept. I'm curious to see how we can make it work.
Well, let's string it up and let's do this.
Let's go. So here we go. We're hooked up. We got what feels like a pretty nice fish out here. We got it on the 500 Tanacom electric reel. Contrary to popular belief, as you can see, you do not have to use the reel in just electric retrieve mode. It's very helpful when you're down deep fighting, say, a tilefish maybe. But when you actually want to get a little bit of action and get a little bit of feel, you just go ahead and reel it in like a regular reel. So this was a spoon that was just bouncing like crazy with this lead core. And you guys called it right. If anything was going to get a hit, it was going to be this one right here. But, you know, drag was working real good. Still working good. That thing smoked some drag off us, that's for sure, because I started at 105 and I'm at 101. So I'm not really making up any ground on this fish. I'm gonna have to start.
I'll come to one motor if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's not even really fighting me. He's just digging in the boats. I'm fighting the boat,
I
I
feel
feel
motor
like.
now. Just be careful with the pumping on one motor, because when that drop, that spoon could fall out of his mouth. I wouldn't come up that high, man. Stop right there, now go down. Don't go up too high. That's when you're gonna lose that sucker, man.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like right there, then come right back. You want to keep that bend in that rod, but when you come straight up, it gives that little bit of slack when you come down right there. Now reel down. Keep reeling. He doesn't have much hook in him, I can tell you that right now. Come to me, come to me. Oh shit, he's going under the motor. This gaff is so small. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice job, bud.
Thank you, brother.
There you go.
Look at that bad boy. I think it works. I think it works. Anybody that bunker spoons knows one of the most dreaded things is to have to bring the spoon in without a fish on it. It's usually a long haul, and it's pretty difficult. If you're running a boat and you're by yourself or with maybe one other person or something like that, it can be kind of distracting, and it can take some time away from either manning the helm or working with your other rods. With this, I mean, this is the main benefit right here, is we just get this thing going. I'm not going to overstress the motor. Just going to bring it in, nice, easy speed, but this has got an auto shut off. And so right now, if I wanted to, I could be over at the helm correcting my course. I could be moving over, maybe over to getting the other mojo set up, the other rod to come on in. And it just makes a whole lot of sense, you know. You can still fight the fish like that if you want to fight the fish, but honestly, why kill yourself, bringing in a heavy bunker spoon while you're still underway? And that to me is one of the amazing benefits of this little reel here. Make it go a little faster just for I think we're moving at about 5 knots, 4.5 knots, and this is coming up here pretty easily. Boy, are my arms not tired. Better living through technology. All right, here we go. You want to watch this? 17, 15, 14, 13. So that's the best part. You don't have to be there in case you got a swivel there. Now you're in. Now you can just go ahead and finish bringing it in manually. And again, that lead core gets that down so beautifully. Nice knot. And then it tells you we're locked in at 0, and we can bring it on in. Good stuff. Bunker spooning in the 2018s.
We're catching them both ways today. We got the bunker spoons going, we got the mojos going, and we got some waves going right now. It's picking up a little.
Man, where'd those waves come from?
A little wind picked up. That's how quick it changes. Oh, there she is on the top. There she is on the top. Do you have a double, dude?
What do we need from me?
You just got to leader him. Nice,
right.
Smooth leader. He's right here. You ready? Leader him in. So I got the short gaff. That's it. Another nice one.
Let me get underneath and get
on
out
the
the
lemon
way.
lime mojo. Woo.
There we go, baby.
Nice job. All right, guys, here we go. Now we're blackfishing. So we got, Rob's gonna use your standard single hook blackfish rig. Chris and I are gonna go with the jigs. Got our jigs from Hookup. Guys are down in Florida. Nice little jigs they make.
Beautiful.
So I'm gonna go down with a 1. Seemed to work. I had one fish right away, so as I dropped it down, I put about a 4-pounder in the boat already. So try this and see how it goes. You're gonna break in that new stick you got there, what?
Yeah, I got the new Harrier jigging stick, and I've got the Daiwa Exist 3000. Maybe a little bit overkill for blackfishing, but what the heck?
You're gonna have a blast on that when you get
We're gonna
one.
have a lot of fun, yeah. I think I got
clean?
robbed. I got robbed.
Yeah, so the thing with the jig, yeah, see, that's actually still a good bait.
Yeah,
Watch
that is
this.
a good bait. Yeah, that is
Take
pretty-
this bait. Most people throw this away and just crush it up a little, make it a little soft, like that.
Little
Just go right back down. It's gonna be one hit. That's the one hit wonder bait. You're gonna get one hit and it's gone. Either you hook it or you wonder what it was. You reel him, but you got a nice one on there.
There's something sticky down there. I got
Oh,
stuck.
there you go. Yeah, here it is. That might make a keeper. Yeah, bring him to me. I'll flip him right in. That looks like it might make 16, 15 and a half. Let's see. It's got to be 16 to keep.
Put that down, that piece down. It felt right on top of that. It felt like a pretty decent fish. Yeah, it might come close.
Flip him right
Look
in.
at that color. Look at that color.
There's a little rust down there. Huh?
Yep. It's on the Harrier jigging.
It's close. Nice.
He exists, baby. Chomp, chomp,
Nice
chomp.
stick. That's a
That
blast,
thing
right?
hit
On the
like
jig?
a ton of bricks, man.
Yeah, the jigs are his best,
But he,
man.
yeah, not as big as I thought.
That's a nice one. Don't lift him out of the water. There you go. Perfect. Keep it, bud. Hold that one up. Be proud. That's
Be
a nice
proud.
one. That's a nice one. On the
Where's
jig.
your D-hooker? Ah, nice.
Lift him up. Lift him up. What thing you gonna do?
Wanna lift him up like this?
Oh, you can do that. Absolutely, you can do it that way. Nice one.
There's another nice one.
Beauty.
That looks like dinner, huh?
That's dinner, bud. So, Chris, one of these things now that's happening is these waves are starting to build. So if you notice, I'm giving a little bit more slack on my line.
Right.
So I'm coming up a little high because now I want to compensate. You see how light I'm holding this rod in my hand? As these waves are going up and down, my tip's going with them. The more you bounce that weight up and down on that bottom, 2 things are going to happen. You're going to scare the blackfish, number 1. Number 2, you'll find that every little crevice that weight can come up, find another spot to get stuck. Come up, find another spot. The better you are is just leaving that weight on that bottom. But that's why I see a lot of guys, they fish like a light little slack. See that little slack in it? Going up and down. I got hit numerous times. I bet you I don't even have any bait on here, but I just wanted to show you why I was doing that.
Absolutely.
And also you have the swing too to compensate for.
Sure, sure.
Full
Yeah,
on
it's a
one
real art form, you know, follow the boat and follow the swells and try to keep just enough slack with just enough tension to feel the bite.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
true.
It doesn't sound very difficult, and it sounds pretty elementary until you actually try to do it when you got a 20-knot wind out here. Yeah, that's what sort of separates those guys on the party boats that come in with a limit, and the guys, you know, sitting there. I think I just had a little something there. Yeah, a little something going on.
How about the reels these days? Using a Daiwa Alexa, this is the 300.
Yeah.
You would have never used this reel back in the day. If you brought this on a boat, they'd laugh at you and say, get off. You know, now I got 50-pound braid here, you know, kicking blackfish butt, no problem. This setup weighs nothing. It's so light. You know, I mean, the technology, again, is just changing every day. It's my blackfish reel, Alexa 300. No more giant jig masters and stuff like that. Those are anchors now, you know?
Yeah, agreed. I mean, look at this reel that I'm using. I've got this is a 6.5 ounce reel. You know
crazy.
what I mean? It's nuts, and it's, you know, pulling them in.
Yeah, we're getting them. All right, let me get back down there.
All righty, man.
So now, these baits, we're getting hit a lot right now. So most people would probably take this bait, rip it off, and put a fresh one on. I personally like to do this. I'll take this bait, I'll crush what's ever left on here, crush up all these bones and everything, make like a little soupy mixture, and I'll go back down for one more hit. All right, so just got it down now. We'll pop a little shake, you know, that bait that is crunched up. Oh, we're drifting pretty hard here. Hey man, today was great. We went out with a mission.
We did.
And we conquered. We had an idea. We wanted to try the back bay, waiting for the tide. We used the back bay setup, got our stripers on there. Rod proved to be awesome, loved it. The reels, again, amazing. Yeah. And then from there we hit the ocean, and we'll let you take it from there. You want to try out your new baby?
Listen, I texted you. I'm like, I want to do this, this, and this. And you were like, we can make it happen. And I got to tell you, dude, you delivered. No, really. I mean, we hit them great first thing in the morning, exactly like we wanted to do. Test out that really small back bay setup.
Great little reel.
I mean, it really was perfect. We went out, we hit it. I think we proved that lead core works on a electric reel, and
sure did.
You know, hopefully looked at some of the advantages of that. And then, you know, the tog was great on that little exist. I don't think that entire setup weighs over 10, 11 ounces, and we were just beating up on them. So I mean, I can't thank you enough. I mean, it was a great job as usual.
And those weren't small bass. We had a 31 and a 25-pound bass.
Absolutely.
We had Blackfish to probably 4 pounds. You know, just a great day today and a lot of fun. And then, you know, it kicked up, so perfect time to get home and let's go trick or treat.
Trick or treat, baby. That's it. Halloween. Blitzoween.
Exactly. Hey, good having you on the boat yet again.
Man. Thank you.
Another Chris Shoplock series.
Yeah, right.
So we'll keep going.
You guys are awesome, man.